at the podium. We'll get started with some questions.
Nyles, how does a loss test the leadership of the captains?
It makes us really do our job. Make sure guys are staying up, guys are keeping their morale intact, and yeah, that's about it.
What do you see Sunday, Monday, Tuesday from the guys that, despite the loss, you'll be all right?
Guys are getting back after. Guys are more into the playbook, into the scheme, into practice. Like for example, yesterday, like guys are really in tune in practice. Guys are really dialed in. Guys are really more focused.
Can you sense a difference between the loss this year, maybe as opposed to late last year, where, like you said, guys are more dialed in and maybe determined to get this thing back on track?
I'm not worried about last year. We're not worried about last year. Just on to the next, and we're worried about playing BC.
What would a road win do for you guys right now?
Say again?
What would a road win do for you right now?
Road win, home win, same thing. A win is a win, for us. So, we're trying to get them all.
Nyles, talk a little bit about this defense this year and what you've had in the past and what you like about this defense. What's it allow you to do and others to do?
I would say, it allows guys to play fast and, play to the best of their abilities.
Nyles, how would you, you've had a couple opportunities to play against BC, right? At least one. How would you characterize the Notre Dame BC game? What goes through your head when you're preparing to play Boston College?
They're a hard-nosed team. Obviously, another Catholic institution, and they're going to give us their best shot, and we're going to give them ours.
What do you see as you prepare for their offense? What do you see as the keys to slowing them down or kind of keeping them in neutral because they've struggled a little bit?
We've been evaluating their game film from this season, last season, and they've changed up a few things, and we're going to just run with our game plan from Coach Elko.
They have a redshirt freshman at quarterback. We presume it's going to be Anthony Brown. Do you consider him a dual threat, or what kind of game does he play?
I would say that he's a dual threat. He can run and throw. So, we have stuff in store for that.
When Coach Elko dials up a blitz for you personally, what goes through your head? What are the emotions you feel when you know it's on you?
I'm thinking about getting a sack or a TFL. I'm just playing football.
You think you've been pretty effective? I don't know how many times you've blitzed, probably a handful of times in the first two games. You think you've been effective doing it?
I haven't blitzed as much as you think. That's just a part of like the scheme. You may think we're blitzing.
Thank you.
Nyles, just going on the road and that mentality, what's necessary to win games when you're on the road as opposed to when you're at home?
Like I say, home, away, we're trying to get every win. I feel like the mentality doesn't change. Well, not for me at least. Maybe for like younger guys, because they're in a different atmosphere, a new stadium. The biggest thing I would say for the entire team is just to stay focused on just the game, and don't get caught up in oh, we're traveling here, we're here and there. We have a job to do.
Is that something as a leader on the team you have to talk to younger guys about?
Yes.
Just what do you say to them?
Same thing I'm telling you guys. Make sure that we're sticking to like just the game plan, focus on what you need to focus on, and pay attention to the details of the game and not the atmosphere.
When you go back and maybe even the feeling the next day on Sunday or looking back at the film, just what steps did you like that the defense took in week 2 that makes you feel good about where you guys are headed as a unit?
Guys are really dialed into their assignment and executing the defense at a high level. I feel like, obviously, it's football, things happen. But from an overall standpoint, I'm pretty pleased.
I was going to say, obviously, you guys wanted to win the game. There's no question about that. But do you feel there still was confidence that was built on the defensive side of the ball with the way you guys played Saturday?
Yes.
Can you just expand on that and why that is?
I would say, just as I said before, you know, guys were executing their assignment, and guys were playing through the defense.
Nyles, I want to build a little bit on what Tim asked you regarding blitzing. You said you haven't blitzed. Oh, I'm sorry, up here. You haven't blitzed that much, but yet you have been pretty active in stopping the run, getting a couple tackles for losses. What is happening in those plays, even though you're not blitzing, that's allowing you to have that kind of impact, do you think?
I would say I'm just triggering to the ball. You know, when they run a certain play, everybody has a certain fit, and I'm just shooting through my fit into the backfield.
Is it safe to say that it's typical that it's frequently your fit to be in that role, I guess?
Well, I mean, the Mike linebacker is in the middle of the defense, so I feel like they should always be like kind of like around the ball.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about the fact that you guys defensively were able to get a couple of key stops in the fourth quarter and give the offense a chance to win? I mean, what sort of things do you take from that?
I take positive. Sorry, thing moved. But I take positive things from that, especially against SEC team with two good running backs and all those good things. That's pretty good to see.
Nyles right here.
How'd you get a microphone? Oh, that's a microphone. Oh.
Yeah, they got two going. What type of growth or steps forward have you seen from Jay Hayes from maybe the start of spring till now? And for the defense as a whole, how important is it to get strong play from that position specifically?
I've seen great strides from Jay Hayes. You know, especially if you say from the spring. You know, he's really bought in. You know, he's gotten bigger, faster, stronger, more explosive. And, you know, he's really setting that edge for us. You know, I saw Jay in the backfield more than anybody else, I think, from my standpoint of view on the field. And, you know, he's really holding things down in the front end.
Thanks.
Hey, Nyles. Similar question about Nick Coleman as it relates to his confidence, because BK has talked a lot about that. That's improved a lot from spring to now. As a captain, as a leader, how do you help a guy along with confidence that if it's struggling?
I would say for Nick's case, you know, just keep talking to him, just keep letting him know that he's doing okay and that he's doing fine, and that as long as he just executes the things that he's doing in practice, he'll be fine. Like for example, Saturday, I think he did a great job, you know, coming downhill, playing the run and playing the pass, and you know, I see that confidence in him building every day.
Is that the best you've seen him play?
Yes.
Anybody else for Nyles? Okay. Thank you, Nyles.
All right, thank you.